Breaking: Venezuela in turmoil after U.S. military operation and arrest of NicolásMaduro. Caracas, New York, Washington, January 6, 2026. Venezuela is at the center of an unprecedented geopolitical crisis after a bold U.S. military operation resulted in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, and their transfer to the United States to face federal criminal charges. The dramatic turn of events has sparked global controversy, triggered diplomatic outrage, raised critical questions about international law and national sovereignty, and set off a political struggle both inside Venezuela and across the hemisphere. The operation, how Maduro was captured. In the early hours of January 3, 2026, U.S. armed forces launched a large-scale military strike on Venezuela, codenamed Operation Absolute Resolve, involving airstrikes, special forces insertions, and coordinated intelligence action against multiple strategic targets in and around Caracas. Explosions rocked the Venezuelan capital before elite special operations units struck a fortified safe house and captured President Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores. Wikipedia. The operation began with a wave of explosions and aircraft activity over northern Venezuela at approximately 2 a.m. local time, followed by an amphibious extraction that saw the couple transported aboard the USS Iwo Jima, a U.S. Navy amphibious assault ship stationed offshore. Wikipedia. In a televised announcement later that day, U.S. President Donald J. Trump confirmed the operation's success, heralding the capture as a decisive blow against narco-terrorism and illicit drug networks. He credited months of planning and execution involving U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Special Operations, and intelligence assets, stressing that the mission was conducted with precision and without U.S. fatalities. U.S. Department of War. Why the U.S. acted. The Trump administration has long accused Maduro of heading the infamous Cartel of the Suns, an alleged narco-terrorism organization that prosecutors say was involved in mass cocaine exports and violence affecting the United States. A 2020 U.S. indictment for narco-terrorism and drug trafficking charges against Maduro and others, including mafia-style conspiracies, was resurrected as the legal basis for his arrest. Just security +1. After days aboard the U.S. vessel and military transport, Maduro and Flores were flown to New York and appeared in federal court, where they pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including drug trafficking and narco-terrorism conspiracy. Prosecutors have indicated the case could move forward with further indictments. CBS News 2. The political fallout inside Venezuela, a leadership vacuum and claims to power. With Maduro forcibly removed, Venezuela's government apparatus has scrambled to maintain continuity. The Supreme Tribunal of Justice in Caracas swiftly appointed Delcy Rodriguez, Maduro's vice president, as interim president. Rodriguez has denounced the U.S. operation as illegal and a kidnapping and has asserted the Venezuelan state's independence even as she seeks to consolidate control. AP News. Rodriguez's interim government faces questions over legitimacy, however. Opposition figures and many foreign governments, including the U.S., have not recognized her authority as legitimate, and there is deep skepticism among Venezuelans who hoped for democratic change. Wikipedia B. Opposition Politics. Maria Corina Machado. Significant development unfolded today with opposition leader Maria Corina Machado announcing her intention to return to Venezuela, rejecting Rodriguez's interim leadership and calling for free and fair elections. Machado, who in previous years has been imprisoned, exiled, or persecuted under Maduro's rule, argues that only a democratic transition can restore order and legitimacy to the Venezuelan state. The Guardian. Her announcement has energized parts of the opposition, but also sparked debate about the feasibility of a safe return to Caracas amid political instability. Sea security and public order reports from Caracas indicate heightened security tensions, including military posturing and challenges in major cities to enforce order. Although widespread armed conflict has not engulfed the country, sporadic unrest and uncertainty persist as institutions realign. Authorities loyal to Rodriguez have sought to reassure citizens while warning against foreign instigators seeking further disruption. Third, international reaction, condemnation and support. A. United Nations and international law questions. The U.S. raid has drawn sharp condemnation from numerous nations and global institutions. Members of the United Nations Security Council, including several U.S. allies as well as geopolitical rivals, decried the operation as a violation of international law and Venezuelan sovereignty, asserting that the use of military force to seize a foreign head of